सुरु गर्नेछौँ। थ्याङ्क यू।
Hello students, I am Siddharth Thapa. I am a teacher from Kumdini Homes. I will be teaching today costing and taxation. I will start with costing. The first unit we will be dealing today is cost of materials. In this chapter, you will learn how to prepare stores ledger under different methods of pricing issues. So, let me first start with the introduction. Regarding materials, as you know, a business, a manufacturing business, has to take into consideration the cost of production and along with it the cost of materials. So, in order to minimize the cost of production, proper control has to be made regarding materials. So, control of materials is simply the control of purchasing, issuing and using of materials. So, as you know, there are three major departments in a manufacturing concern. One is the purchasing department, another is the stores department and another production department. So, what the stores department does, it places requisition for goods to the purchase department and it supplies or issues these materials to the production department. What the stores receives from the purchasing department according to its requisition are considered as receipts, and what it supplies to the production department or jobs is called issues. So, generally the stores plays a major role regarding materials. It receives materials from the purchasing departments and issues those materials to the production department. The stores department, the head of the stores department is the storekeeper. The storekeeper, what he does, he has to make a proper record of these goods. So, he usually stores these goods in a storage space that is called a bin, and alongside the bin, he annexes a bin card. So, student, you have to know what a bin card is. It is a record of all the receipts made from the purchasing department and issues made to the production department or jobs. So, basically it is a record of issues and receipts of materials in its quantitative form only. Again, the costing department prepares another ledger called the stores ledger. It is similar to a bin card, but the stores ledger not only records the quantity of the materials issued and received, but also its monetary value. So, the basic difference between a bin card and stores ledger is that bin card is prepared by the storekeeper, whereas the stores ledger is prepared by the costing department. So, we were just learning what a bin card and stores ledger was. The difference between bin card and ledger was bin card is prepared by the storekeeper, whereas stores ledger is prepared by the costing department. Again, the bin card records only the quantity of materials issued and received, but a stores ledger records both the quantity as well as the monetary value of the materials received and issued. Now, the next part, I will show you how a store's ledger is prepared. So, let's see the pro forma of a store's ledger. You have the date column, you have the receipt column, you have the issues column, and you have the column for balance. Again, the receipt column is divided into three parts. First is the rate, another is the quantity, and another is the total amount. Again, for issues, three columns. First is the rate, second quantity, and third the total column. And for the balance, rate, quantity, and total. So, a store's ledger is also maintained on a chronically manner. This column, receipt, it is recorded the amount received from the purchasing department, the quantity, the rate, and the total. The issues column records the amount issued to the production department or jobs, the rate of such issue, the quantity, and its total, and the total balance remaining at the end of the day. But regarding issues, you have to consider the rate at which the materials are being issued, because most of the times when the purchasing department procures goods from the market, they procure it at different rates. Suppose I say, first certain date, stores department receives 500 items of certain goods at the rate of rupees 5. So, total is 2500. Next day, the same department will procure the same material, suppose let us say 600 materials for rupees 4 or say rupees 6. So, the rate at which the materials are procured may be different. So, while issuing it, at what rate will the stores department issue it to the jobs? So, another factor comes into consideration. So, there are different methods of pricing issues. There are different methods of pricing issues, but for class 12, you have to learn only 4 methods. The first being FIFO method, FIFO. Its full form is first in, first out method. Number 2 is the LIFO method. LIFO method means last in, first out method. Then you have the simple average method, and number 4 weighted average method. So here are the 4 methods of pricing issues: FIFO, LIFO, simple average method, and weighted average method. So first we'll start with FIFO method, or first in first out method. Under this method, issues to the jobs are made out of those materials which has been procured earlier, or the materials which has been received beforehand. So under this method, certain advantages are derived. Like, for example, the main advantage is it's simple in application as well as in theory. Secondly, this FIFO method is very advantageous when the prices of materials are falling constantly, or the prices of materials are decreasing constantly. Thirdly, in this method, the closing stock is valued at the current market price. So, under this method, various costing departments or various manufacturing concerns, they prefer FIFO method. But it also has certain disadvantages, like it is advantageous for falling prices, decreasing prices, but if the prices are constantly increasing, it faces a disadvantage, because if prices are increasing, the earlier stocks are cleared off and the later stocks, which are high, which are expensive, these remains in the closing stock. So the value of the closing stock increases. When the value of closing stock increases, naturally the profit shown by the concern also inflates. So there is most probably there is a danger of being capital drained out of the business. Now we will first solve a problem under FIFO method. The question is here. Now you look at the question. There is already an opening balance of 1000 kg at the rate of rupees 30. And again, certain issues are being made and certain receipts are also being made. So you can look at the question. So first we try to solve it in under FIFO method. Like I had already shown you, date, receipts, issues, and balance. So first, under FIFO method, we are preparing our stores ledger from that question. So first you write the year 2002, month is January, and the opening balance shown is on 2nd of January. On the 2nd of January, the opening balance was 1000 kg, quantity 1000, and the rate was 30. That means a total of 30,000 rupees. Next date, 3rd, issue has been made of 140 kg. So, issued 140 kg. Since there was only one available batch of rupees 30, the rate will also be rupees 30. So multiply it with 140, you get 4,200. So out of issue there was only one batch, so it is being issued from your rate is 30, 140 units, or total was 4,200 rupees. So at the end of the day, out of 1,000 units, 140 units were issued. So the remaining 860 units, 1,000 minus 140, 860 of 30 each is 25,800 rupees. Now again, the next date, 4th, another issue is also being made of 200 kgs. Since there is only one batch, 30 of 30 rupees each, the rate you will quote will be 30. 30 into 200 is 6,000. So at the end of the day, again out of 860 units, 200 were issued. There is remaining 660 units of rupees 30 each. It amounts to 19,800. Next date, 8th of January. Again another issue is being made of 160 units. Since there is only one batch available, the rate you will quote is 30 rupees. So 30 into 160 amounts to 4,800. So the balance remaining will be, out of 660 units, 160 were issued, remaining is 500 units of rupees 30, which amounts to 15,000 rupees. Now on 13th, received from vendor 400 units at the rate of 35. On 13th, you will record the receipt from vendor or purchase from vendor at the receipt column. So it has received 400 units of rupees 35. So 35 into 400 is 14,000. So you must remember how to quote this in the balance column. In the balance column, you already have 500 units of 30 each, totaling 15,000, and what we have received today of 35 rupees, 400 units amounting to rupees 14,000. So the balance remaining today, we have two batches, 500 units of 30 rupees and 400 units of rupees 35. On 15th, return from surplus from a work order, rupees 30 kg of rupees 28 each. That means sometimes out of the issues made by the stores department to the jobs, some jobs may return some of the materials to the stores again. So these goods returned from the jobs to the stores will be treated as receipts. So we record the return from work order of 28 rupees, 30 units, total 840 rupees. We will balance these at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, there are 500 units of previous batches totaling 15,000. 35 rupees of 400 units amounting to 14,000, and you will treat this received or returned from the work order as a new receipt of 28 rupees T 840. So at the end of 15th, there are 3 batches of materials. One 30 units, 30 rupees per unit, 35 rupees per unit and 28 rupees per unit. Now, on the 16th, issue is being made of 360 units. So, we have 3 batches. We have to issue it from among these 3 batches. So, under FIFO method, first in, first out, that means which we have received earliest, issue must be made from that batch. So, the earliest is the batch comprising of rupees 30 each. So, issues will be made from this batch only. Since they are issuing 360 units, out of that 360 units are being issued of rupees 30, totaling 10,800. At the end of the day, what remains is, out of 500 materials, 500 kg, 360 are issued, remains 140 kg of rupees 30 each. Amounts 4,200 and 35 rupees 400 kg 14,000 and 28 rupees 30 units 840 rupees. So we have understood that from this transaction, you may have noticed that I have made issue out of the first batch. Since it is a FIFO method, whichever material we have received first must be issued first. Now let's go to the next date, 18th. Received from vendor 600 kg of rupees 32. 600 into 32 amounts to 19,200. So the balance remaining is 140 units of 30 each, 840. 35 rupees 400 units, 14,000 rupees, 28 30 kg, 840 rupees. And again, the amount which we have received today on 18, 600 kg of rupees 32, 19,200 rupees. एकछिन स्टप गरिकन यसलाई फेरि मेटाइकन माथिदेखि ढोड्नु पर्ने छ. So we had finished up to 18th of January. So we will continue again from 28th. On 28th, it has been issued 550 units. On 28th, it has been issued 550 units. So first, under FIFO method, it must be issued from the earliest batch. But since we see on the earliest batch, it has only 140 units. But the total number issued is 550. So what we do is, under FIFO method, first we issue all 140 units of rupees 30. That amounts to 4,200. So out of 550 units, we have issued 140 units from this batch. Remaining, we will issue from this batch 400 units of rupees 35, totaling 14,000 rupees. So if we total this, we have issued 540 units only. But the total amount issued must be 550 units. So the next shortfall of 10 units, it must be issued from this batch. So 10 units it is issued from 28 rupees, amounts to 280 rupees. Now what the balance remains is, we have issued all of this, we have issued all the 400 units, we have issued 10 units from this 30 kg. So the remaining is 20 kg of 28 rupees, 480, and next 600 kg of 32 rupees, amounting to 19,200 rupees. So if you see here, in a particular issue, we have made issues from different batches. So we have quoted different rates of these materials. So we go to the next date, that is 22nd. On 22nd, we have made a receipt from vendor for 400 kgs, quoting 34 rupees per kg. 34 into 400 amounts to 13,600. So the balance at the end of the day is 28 kg, 28 rupees, 20 kg, 480 rupees, 32 rupees, 600 kg, totaling 19,200, and 400 kg of rupees 34, totaling 13,600. So this is the total balance for the date 22nd. Now next go to the next date, 24th. 24th, there has been an issue of 250 units. So let's look at the batches here. We have to issue 250 units, but the first batch comprises only of 20 kgs. So first we will issue 20 kgs from the first batch of rupees 28. 400, 560. 560. 560. So totaling 560 rupees. The remaining, it should be issued from this batch. So 20 issued has already been made, 20 kg has already been issued. Remaining 230 kg. Remaining 230 kg will be issued from this batch, which is 32 rupees. So 32 into 230 amounts to 7,360. So after this issue has been made, the balance remains 20 kg, it has already been issued. Out of 600 kg, 230 has been issued. So it remains 370 kg of 32 rupees, amounting 11,840. Again 400 kg of rupees 34, 13,600. So these materials are still remaining. So this was on 24th. Next, on 29th, there has been a return from the work order 40 kg of rupees 32. That is on 29th. There has been a return from work order, so it is a receipt for the stores department. 40 kg of rupees 32, amounting to 1,280. So the balance at the end of the day is 32 rupees 370 kg, amounting 11,840. 400 kg of rupees 34 each, amounting 13,600 kg, and the new receipt 40 kg of rupees 32, amounting to 1,280. Now, the last transaction, it is on 30th January. Materials has been received from vendor, 200 kg of rupees 36. On 30th, it will be recorded as receipt 200 kg of rupees 36 amounts to 7,200. 7,200. So the remaining balance is 370, 32 rupees, 11,840, 400, 34 kg, 34 rupees, 13,600, 40 kg of rupees 32 amounting to 1280, and 36 rupees 200 kg amounting to 7,200. So at the end of the month, we have got 4 batches that is remaining in the stores ledger. So we have finished the stores ledger. Just you have to draw a line across the ledger. So you are closing this ledger. So this was stores ledger on the FIFO method. So at the end of the stores ledger, what you have to show is the closing balance or closing stock at the end of the month. So after you finish the stores ledger, below the stores ledger, you simply write closing stock of materials as on 30th January 2002. You go to the last entry, you see the balance. You go to the last entry, you see the balance. There is first batch 370 kg at the rate of rupees 32 equals 11,840. 400 kg at the rate of rupees 34 equals 13,600 rupees. 40 kg at the rate of rupees 32 rupees 1280, and lastly 200 kg at the rate of rupees 36 rupees 7,200. You total the amount. You total the amount. 600. And the total is rupees 33,920. So this was the first method, FIFO method. I'll be coming to you shortly with the next LIFO method and so on. So until then, we go to the next class. Please try this at home. Please go through the textbooks and try to solve as many problems as you can. Okay, thank you very much.